Hey guys and girls, and welcome back to another live stream of the Games Tester. My name is Maurice. Today we can finally do the build for the Lego Game Boy number 72046. I can't wait anymore to do a video on this one. It's I already wanted to do a video like 2 weeks ago, but I had a lot of troubles with the company that I bought it from, Intertoys Netherlands. You guys suck. Worst customer service I've ever had in my life. So yeah, normally, you know, if Temu and AliExpress would give you a better customer service than a big store from the Netherlands, then you are doing something wrong. Hello, Harry. Hi. Sorry, my dog is also on the thing. No, that's not possible, my friend. That's not possible. Mafkees. Go, go, go. No, 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 no. Nee. Go. Op de grond. Ja. Okay. Sorry for that. But yeah, you guys, Lego has a brand new set. The Lego Game Boy came out earlier this month, I think the 1st of October. And I finally got it. After all this time. Hopefully everybody can hear me loud and clearly. I got some cool music in the background running from some Game Boy music. I got my original Game Boy too to compare. This is a nice yellowed one. I hope this one looks a little bit better than than the other one, than the original one from the 1980s that I got here. But yeah, let's go start. Let's open it up. It's still the inbox. I think it retails for like $59.99. I paid like $50 for it. No, 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 nee, up, daar, die kant op, up, eraf, up, Puben. Yeah, that's better. So yeah, let's go check it out. Oh, that always feels good. Opening up these boxes. I love it. Hopefully everybody's having fun and having a great weekend. How are you guys doing today? Yeah. Okay. That's the box. And we've got two, I think it's like 6 bags? Something? Oh my goodness. Oh wow. These are actually printed. That's cool. That's nice. Oh wow. That's extremely cool. So we got 6 boxes, a couple of stickers, the booklet, 5, 6, 5 box. I thought it was 6. Okay. Let's get this out of the way. And if any of you guys have any questions or something, please let me know. I haven't seen a single comment yet. So I do hope you can actually hear me. So if you don't hear me, please let me know. I'm live streaming this on a different system, so let's get started. Insert to continue. Thank you for selecting the Lego Game Boy. Display, insert back. Insert. Ah, that's how you do the script. Oh my goodness, look at these old. Oh man, I love it. I love it already. That's so good. Look at this. That's so incredibly good. The artwork. Oh. Why is this so good looking, you guys? Need to check out one thing. Oh, it's a little bit too much. Here we go. That's pretty cool stuff. Yeah, thank you. And let's go to the next. Oh my goodness, look at this. They actually had even the battery. Oh my goodness. They've actually put in so much work and detail. And details you will never see for this game. Super Mario Land and The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. It's pretty sad that they couldn't get a cartridge of Tetris, but no problem there. I got a original Tetris. Sadly, they couldn't get the licensing for the Tetris game, so it would have been cool if it got like a little Tetris cartridge too, but it is what it is. Let's go. Let's get this started. Let's see what we have here. Are we going to make a cartridge first? Oh, this is so cool. These things actually move. I don't think if you can see it that much, but they actually move. Like those old-fashioned things we had back in the day. Oh, here you can see it pretty well. That's cool. Super Mario Land. Okay, let's get started. So we need to start with this one. So first we're going to make the base for the Game Boy game. That's the first thing we're going to do. So this one here. Okay. Two of these. Oh, you can even put like the extra screens you have inside of this thing. Okay. They thought of everything. That's insane. Hope you like the music, by the way. Put on some classic tunes from back in the day. Here we go. So, and this is where you can put in like the extra screens. So I think I'm going with the load up screen from the Game Boy. So I'm gonna put these in here, and we're going to make our first cartridge right now. And we're gonna start with this one, I think. Yeah, this is the first piece. This is how you're gonna make a Game Boy cartridge. Did you guys had a Game Boy when you were younger? I actually didn't own one. My neighbor had one, and I was always playing at my neighbor's house on his Game Boy. His parents had a little bit more money than my parents did. I had actually a. My parents were so poor. They got me a Atari Supervision. That's the handheld console I had back in the day. A Atari Supervision. That thing was bad. But it was that or nothing, so you know what? I love that thing. I had no problem playing with the Atari Supervision. Later on I did get a Game Boy. But at first, when they were the hype, no, I didn't got a Game Boy. My parents found it way too expensive back in the day. Hello, Simone and Weskus Genetics. Also, welcome to the stream. Let's see how this works. Pretty funny. I'm making a Game Boy cartridge from Lego. What a crazy world we're living in. So this is the Super Mario Land one. So this is my trick at how to make these stickers fit perfectly fine. I always use the orange little stick that comes together. How long do you think will take you to complete? An hour? Maybe an hour. It's not that much. This is one of the smaller sets I actually have. I'm gonna put it otherwise. It's only 420 blocks or something, so that's not that much. I've built bigger sets. Way bigger sets. That's so cool. And here, guys, we have our first Game Boy cartridge, and here's a real one next to it. A Lego Game Boy cartridge, and an original one. That's so cool. And you can put them on this little plateau, and it stays on there. Now I want to buy myself some Lego. That's a good idea. You know, on the other hand, it's not a good idea. Don't do it. Stop. Hold up. That's how I started. I started it with one set, like, I think 4 or 5 years ago or something. And now I got, I think, around 20, 25, no more. Like 30, 40 sets or something. Hey, Iceman. Welcome to the stream. You know, my first set I started, they pulled me in with the Lego Ecto 1 from the Ghostbusters. That's how they pulled me in. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna buy that thing. Maybe. And then I got the Lego Ghostbusters Ecto 1, the big one. That's behind me in that cabinet. Then I was like, nah, you know, I could also use the Lego Batmobile from '89, because otherwise the Ecto 1 is a little bit lonely. So, and I got that one, and no, the Game Boy doesn't work, no. That would be something. I heard some guys are actually busy making like a kit, like a Raspberry Pi kit for the Lego Game Boy. They are working on something that could make it work like a real Game Boy, but no, it's a yeah, it's a nice little piece. You know, it's the same as like the Lego Nintendo Entertainment System they got like 2-3 years ago or something, and yeah, it's just a Lego set. All the small parts. Here we go. And once you start with Lego, you can't stop with Lego. It's really hard. I got like the whole set of Formula 1 racing cars. I got a lot of Batmobiles. I love Batman. I'm a big fan of Batman. And so I got like, I think at least like 10 different Batmobiles. Next year there's even like 3 new Batmobiles coming out from Lego, and I already pre-ordered all 3 of them. I was like, yep, mine. But yeah, I wish it would work. That would have been so extremely cool. But like I said, I do have a working real Game Boy. It's nice and yellowed, but it's still working. It's perfect. Let's see. Liquid crystal display LCD. Seemed like a startup technology to me at that time. I was blown away at that time, you know. I felt literally like holding my a NES in my hands. That's how cool I thought the Game Boy was. Of course, it wasn't even close to what a NES could do, but still, so many amazing games on that thing. Oh, and the music, you can all I have a soundtrack running right now. Oh my goodness, I actually pre-ordered 3 of the new DeLorean sets. Because I want to have one that looks like movie 1, movie 2, and movie 3. So I pre-ordered 3 of them. Yeah, I'm stupid. I know. I'm a little bit crazy. I already got the big DeLorean, the bigger one. I don't own that DeLorean that came out like 10 years ago. I don't know why. Back then I wasn't that into Lego, and I still think it looks really ugly. The first Lego DeLorean. It's barely a DeLorean if you look closely. It's super ugly. But yeah, I can't wait. There's also like a logo, a Batman logo that comes out next year. I need that one too. And there's a Batman and Robin Batmobile, Batman v Superman Batmobile, and the Batman Batmobile. That's coming out next year. You can't have enough Batmobiles. Never. Let's see. Lots of small pieces this set, by the way. You know, it's basically a brick, of course. You know, for the price, I do think it's a little bit expensive. For only 421, I think 421 pieces. 421 pieces, priced at $59.99. I think this is one of the more expensive sets. You know, I always count with Lego around 10 cents a piece, and that makes this set a little bit on the expensive side. Huh? But then again, they also need to pay Nintendo, of course, for the license. And those licenses are pretty expensive. I think Nintendo is one of the most expensive licenses you can actually get. Yeah, here we go. Lego Game Boy. Ah, here we go. And then this part. Yeah. You know, I already have like the backside of the Game Boy ready. Ah, this way. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah. Not too shabby. No, it's like this. It's like this. Yeah. That's the way. That's so cool. I had it the wrong way. Now let's put this one away for a second. And let's get going to the next part of the set. Nice and yellowed. That's an original Game Boy, by the way, from 1989. I'm still thinking of maybe buying like a new shell for it to make it white again, but on the other hand, I also want to keep it original. And sadly, these things always yellow. So, do I want to? Yes, but I don't think I'm going to, because I want to keep it as original as can be, and it's originally yellowed. Oh. I did that wrong. So let me know, what's your favorite game you ever played on the Nintendo Game Boy? Really curious. My favorite game is actually a movie tie-in game, and it's actually pretty funny. It's a Batman '89 on the Game Boy. I think that's one of the best games on the Game Boy they ever made. Not a lot of people talk about that one, but really, go check it out. It's really good. So, that one there. Okay. I'm still hoping they will bring back a lot of these movie tie-in games to the Game Boy collection on the Nintendo Switch one day. Because back in the day, it was really normal to get on the Amazing Spider-Man. Yeah, I had that one. There were also so many crap games, like all those LGN games back in the day. They were so bad. But we didn't know any better, so it was like, we gotta play it anyway. Sometimes you had games, they were like really cool on the NES, and then they were really bad on the Game Boy. For instance, Gremlins 2. Gremlins 2 was amazing on the Game Boy, on the NES. And then you play the Game Boy version, you were like, oh my goodness, what the freaky deaky do is this? Why? Oh, now we need this part. Ooh. How are you? I'm doing really well today. Just had a birthday party from one of my good friends. Yeah, Tetris, hey. Know your classics. I love Tetris. Tetris rules! Let's see, next part. That sound of Tetris is so good. See, this is no joke. This is, by the way, no joke. When I got my Nintendo Switch OLED, that was my first Nintendo Switch I actually owned. And I got the expansion or live Nintendo Live with it. The first thing I played on my Switch OLED was Tetris on the Game Boy version. It was literally, I didn't even wait it. It was like, that's the first thing you're gonna play, Maurice. Basketball game, yeah, there were so many sports games, like, and even NBA Jam was, I think, on the Game Boy back in the day. This brings back so many great memories. Oh. You know, when you go on holiday with your parents in the backseat of the car, and you're lying there. When we went to Austria and for holiday, and then in the backseat of the car playing in the dark with this Game Boy light on your Nintendo, and trying to play some of these games. Oh, that's nice, Jacob. That's really cool. Yuka Replay is really nice. Yuka Replay. Yeah. Yuka Replay. This is so cool. Okay. It already looks like the back of a Game Boy. That's nice. That's nice. I think I missed something. No. I didn't. Oh, okay. I still got the feeling that I missed something, but I didn't. Let's see. Next part of the Game Boy. Here we go! Woohoo! Yeah. Let's get this part. Yeah, Lego is so great right now. They are so big. They have so many amazing games. Nintendo Games Switch games don't have their original screen-filled TV and LCD. The first game I played also on Switch was Tetris. Okay, cool. Replayly is easier. The original you need to upgrade each. Yeah, that's correct. Hey, David, welcome to the stream. Super glad you're here. Always happy to see you. Finally building the Game Boy. After 3 weeks of waiting on my package. I was so done. You know, at first I ordered this Nintendo Game Boy the 1st of November, actually. At, that's like a local toy store franchise called Intertoys here in the Netherlands. And normally they are really good. But this time they messed up. Like, wow, how they messed up. It was actually quite impressive. I've never seen it like as bad as this time. You know, you can make mistakes, no problem. But when you make a mistake, in my opinion, then try at least to fix the mistake. They didn't even try to fix the mistake. And they were really rude to me on the phone, and it was such a bad experience. One of the worst experiences I've had in a long time. Okay. Ah, here. I completely missed a part. My goodness, that's dumb. Let's see. So yeah, I was really... I was going with having one single game channel. 100 million times better. Lol, Dark Side Phil milked building this Heya games. I have no idea what you just said, Pixel. I think you wanted to say 3 things at the same time. You can always add me if you want. I have no idea. He's a e-bagger, Maurice. Oh. Yeah, but I'm also an e-bagger. So, yeah, please like and subscribe, become a member, blah blah blah. You can donate now. Here we go. He's an e-bagger, okay. Yeah. That's possible. Some people are. But I still don't know what you mean. Lol, dark side Phil milked building this Shihaya. Oh, he's sitting right in. He was already twice in the video because he's sitting right in front of me right now, Harry. And he constantly wants to walk over to me and see what I'm doing. And then he's like standing literally on screen like, hello, I'm Harry, hello. Did you know I love you, boss man? Harry, kom eens. Kom eens. Kom eens. Kom eens. Hi! Hi! Here's Harry. Meow, meow, meow. Here's my little big friend. The best dog in the world. Mwah. Scary Harry. People want to see you on YouTube. Hey. Can you say hello to the people? No? Yeah. Mwah. Mwah. Whee! Let's see. Let's go further. Let's make a Lego Game Boy. Here we go! Holy moly, they are doing this well. Look at this. That's gorgeous. I wear boxing gloves building Lego. It has, yeah, that's 100% for sure. You are 100% true with that one. No lies were be told. Oh, that's cool. I wrote in Louis' chat right before you left, a Swedish YouTuber called L22 got to drive a Xbox and Forza Horizon 5 livery car and deliver Xbox Series S's to people. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Probably a bigger YouTuber than I am. It's probably not even close. But that's really cool. That's really cool. But yeah, I got nothing to complain, guys. It's going really well. You know, and I still have fun doing these videos. Sometimes a little bit different. You know, I started this year doing like a couple of these Lego videos. And overall, I do think that most people like them. It's relaxing for me to do these videos. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a live video right now because I wanted to do this video like a couple of weeks ago already. And tonight there's Formula 1 on TV. Yeah, I do think so, Pixel. That's absolutely true. That 100% true. You know, it's always fun to see or hear from people around the world. I personally love that. Yay! Hey, Orange Junkie, my good friend. My buddy. How are you doing, buddy? How's the weather in Friesland? Yeah, it finally came. I had to order it somewhere else, actually. You know, I at first ordered it at Intertoys, but yeah, they couldn't do a thing. I got a little... Okay, it comes with rubber. I have no idea, Jacob. You know, I never care about future devices, or, you know, I read people online. They are like, oh, the next Xbox is going to be this, and the next Xbox is going to be that, or the next PlayStation will have this and that. These guys are dumbasses, because there's nothing known. I've seen it with the PlayStation 5 Pro. There were people like, oh, it's going to be like 50 teraflops, and it can transform into a little Toyota car, and I don't know, and nothing came true from what these guys said. Zero. So if I'm not hearing it from the company itself, it's all bollocks. And that's why I never go into like these or reaction. You know, I get a lot of people asking me, Maurice, why don't you react to this and that leak? I never react to leaks because leaks are not news. If you're a website that shares leaks, then you're not a good website, in my opinion. Come with facts or come with nothing. That's the only thing I would say. It's facts or nothing. My car came Thursday. Well, I'm also looking to buy a new car. And maybe I'm going next week. But still, yeah, it's a lot of money. And I want to go... A lot of leaks. Yeah, I know what you mean. But no, I don't care about leaks. Leaks are nothing. I know, Jacob. Jacob, I know. Some of them do, and some of them don't. But I hope I have one that's wrongly printed, because that's probably the one that gets worth more in the end. No, I'm not there yet. But I know what you mean. I've read that thing. They made a mistake with the Lego Game Boy. There's a printing mistake with a lot of Lego Game Boys. And they really want people not to know about that, because it's going to cost them a lot of money to fix that problem. It's a pretty big mistake. Oh yeah, the finger in the dike. Well, I once put my finger in a dike, but completely different kind of dike. LL2 is run by a gang named Maurice. But it's my name is Maurice. The first Maurica. The French version, I would say. At least I think so. Probably. Yeah. Maybe. I hope so. Yeah, in English it's also Morris. Yes, this way. In January 20, Back to the Future. Yeah, I can't wait. Also, 3 new Batmobiles. Oh, I can't wait. Bring them to me. I need them now. Yeah, I can already smell the pine cones. That's how close Christmas already is. You can already hear Mariah Carey defrosting. Well, there's also a bigger DeLorean. I got that one, the big DeLorean from Lego. That's a gorgeous car, by the way. And it actually has the doors that open. The new Lego DeLorean doesn't have the doors that open sideways. I thought so. This is the controller part. I think they actually made it so you can push the controller buttons. If you see Mariah Carey out. I'll stop. Oh, here in the Netherlands is also it. If it starts to snow, it's probably somewhere in January or February here in the Netherlands, if we're lucky. Keygen sounds, yeah. What's your favorite NES for me? No, I got one. There's one, the one and only all-time best NES soundtrack game is Dr. Wily's Castle from Mega Man 2. That's the best ever written Game Boy song they ever made. Second place, I think I would put the Moon level soundtrack from DuckTales. Then I go with Tetris. Oh, and no, I think on 2 I will put the start music of Batman 89 on the Game Boy. You should listen to that one too. Dun, 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 dun. That one is amazing too. Yeah, I saw something like that. That there's a that they are working on a Nintendo DS. You know what would be cool? If Nintendo would want to make some money, if Nintendo was a little bit smart, you know what they should do? They should do a extra screen for the Switch 2 that you can plug on the Switch 2 to play Nintendo DS games with it. You know, make it what, $100 or something, or maybe $50 or somewhere between 50 and $100, $89.99. An extra screen you can put on your Nintendo Switch 2, and with like 5 games or something, so you can play Nintendo DS games on your Nintendo Switch 2. How cool would that be? They would make so much money with that. I think they would literally print money. Well, they released, I think last year or something, the Castlevania collection from the DS collection of games, and they actually work really well. They still have like the 2 screens, but they made it to work really well on a on the Xbox or Nintendo Switch or whatever. But those Castlevania games are amazing, by the way. If you haven't played those, go check them out. Dominion, I think it's called. Castlevania Dominion Collection. Like in a couple of minutes, I need a little bit more light here. Will do, Jack. Yeah, definitely go check it out. It's a really good port of Nintendo DS games. One of the better ones, actually. And that way you can also see that it could work Nintendo DS games. You can probably get them like really cheap. Now I need to have the start and select button. They actually made like these little blocks with start and select on them. So they actually look... Where's the other one? Oh, here. Yeah. Here's the start button. How cool is that? I love it. Yeah, why not? Do you have a Ouya? No, I don't have a Ouya. I think the most obscure console I have is a what's it called? A Google the Google console. What's it called? I can't. I still use the controller of that thing. That streaming console from Stadia. Yes, I still have. I still own a Stadia. Oh, that's not true. I also have a, I think somewhere on the attic at my parents' house, I still have a Nintendo Virtual Boy. I think that's the more obscure console I still have. And Virtual Boy is also coming to Nintendo next year. I'm still thinking about maybe ordering that, like, that plastic shell for it. Not sure yet. Maybe. Yep, that's correct. But Stadia was good, actually. It was really, really good. People say it wasn't good. They have no idea. All loose parts. You can actually get all these parts loose from each other. Ah, no, not this one. Now it's, yeah, now it's, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Yeah, yeah. Whoop, whoop. Oh, and I also got like a really obscure Batman plug-in console with like 4 games or something in it, made like a Batman logo or something like that. I also have one of those. It's really bad. It's really stupid. But I got one. Zebo, yeah. The Zebo, and you got like the Gamescom, the game.com. One of the first consoles with a touchscreen. And one of the best things the Gamescom had, and I still think we should have got that one on like all consoles. They had 2 ports to put in a cartridge, you know. The one thing I really hate about the Nintendo Switch is you can only put in one cartridge at the time. That console had 2 cartridge ports, so you could put in 2 games at the same time. Magnificent. Ideal. Eh? Did I do something wrong? Yes. Yes, I did something wrong. Nintendo SP, yeah. Here we go. Wahoo! Nintendo had so many great consoles back in the day. I still love the Game Boy Micro, like the mini Nintendo. Yeah, I'm also, you know, I've been playing the new Pokemon game, Pokemon Legends Z2A, and I'm speechless at how incredibly bad looking that game is. In Spireless World, there's no magic to be found from Nintendo. It feels like I've seen games made by one person with more heart and better graphics and better world building than this new Pokemon game. Nintendo should actually be ashamed by how bad the new Pokemon game is. It's ridiculous. This game looks literally like it could run on a PlayStation 2 without any problems. And with those kind of graphics, it can't even run at 120 FPS on my Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo, you dropped the ball. You completely dropped the ball with this Nintendo Switch 2 Pokemon game. For me personally, I think it will even go into the books of like the most disappointing game I've played this year. And probably some Nintendo fanboys will go nuts for me that I just said that, but you're wrong. If you think that a game like that should cost 70 euros and it looks like that and the world looks like that, they don't even have like voice acting in this game. You know, I've seen games like for instance Expedition 33, full on voice acting with like big names to it, whatever, and that's an indie game. An indie game, guys. And they can do it. And a company like Nintendo that makes millions, can't even get like a couple of people doing the voices for their games. It feels so old-fashioned, so bad. It actually pissed me off. You know, you see the mouth moving and stuff. Yeah, but Nintendo really dropped the ball with the new this game. I can't recommend it to anyone. You know, I would not have a problem with a brand new Pokemon game that's well made, that looks great, that feels like it's, yeah, really complete. You can actually push the button. Did you? Would you push the button? That's funny. That they made it like that. Okay, next part. Yeah, that's the problem that I have, you know. I think it's not fair from Nintendo to put out something like this, you know. You give people the idea that it's good, or don't complain about games that are badly made, you know. Also, if you say something about it, there's such a big fan following from Nintendo that if you say something from Nintendo is not good, then you get blocked, and it's really bad, you know. Yeah, it's not funny. No, the guys at Nintendo should be really ashamed by this product. You know, there are some fun games to be played. You know, I'm playing Hades 2 right now on my Nintendo Switch 2, having a blast with it. It's great and all, but yeah, Nintendo really needs to do something. They really need to do something. Oh. Yeah, but come on. You know, the people know that I'm a preferred Xbox gamer. People know that. That's not a secret. I've never been secretive about that fact. But when I see stupid things by doing by Xbox, I will also say, holy moly, that's stupid, Xbox. I have no problem with being critical about the company that I like, or that I love to play games on. Do I know what Nintendo or what Xbox is doing right now? I have no idea. Am I happy with the things Xbox is doing right now? No, no, not at all. Because what's the future? What are they going to do with Xbox? Will my game still work in this many years or whatever? What's the deal? Yeah, it's a little bit unsure. You know, I don't get why Xbox is not trying to tell people like, hey guys, don't worry, everything will be the same. We are working on a program that will let you keep all your games and stuff on the next generation or whatever. Just let me know for sure what you are going to do. You know, I got some ideas, but like I said before, I don't like to work with ideas only. I want to know for sure. Worst thing. You know, all these companies do stupid things, let's be honest. I think the whole gaming industry right now is doing stupid things. You can actually push the buttons, guys. They have like little plastics in the back, and then you can push it and they will push back. How cool is that? Passion. I don't have any passion for any game console. I just want to play my video games on the console that I like. The reason that I like oh. The reason that I go for the Xbox is because I love the controller. That's it. That's the only reason why. I think that's the only controller that makes sense to me. Second to that is the Nintendo Pro controller. Amazing controller. PlayStation controller, it just doesn't feel right. But that's personal. That's my personal opinion. Here we go. Look at that. That's so cool. You can actually push the buttons. They actually work. Wow. Yeah, but then again, the Tango game works. You know, if I owned the studio, if I was a boss of these studios, and even though I have I bought 10 studios in one package, and one of those studios is beloved, but is not making money, what are you going to do with it? Yeah, you're gonna shut it down. I probably would have done the same if it didn't make any money. Yeah, bye bye. And it's gone. This is cool. This is literally, if you open up the original Game Boy, this is like the soundboard of the Game Boy. They made it from Lego. You will never see this thing ever again, but they made it to look like the original. Jesus. That's insane. You will never see it back. This one does. This is a original Game Boy. Nice and yellow. How cool is that they actually put in stuff like that? We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. I don't know. You can see the tune that I'm playing right now in the background under my under the screen. So if you want to know what tune it is, you can see it right there. Yeah, now it's a little bit of hardware here and there. Look at this. They have like these rubber bands, like yeah, I think it's like rubber bands, and those are the start and select buttons, so that you can literally push them in yes and no. Wow, the amount of detail that went into this. You can actually get this off and look inside. Wow. Now we go to bag number 4. Only 2 more bags to go, guys. We're getting there. Let's see. No, come on, Maurice. This is also when I can see if the... Ah, shit. Mine is good. This one is printed perfectly fine. Darn it. I think I got a newer version. This one is printed perfectly. Darn it. Well, I already showed that in my my rock Xbox Ally video. How you can use Steam on that thing. And I think, and I said that in my video too, I think we are in the next generation of Xbox. They will bring the same OS or operating system we have on the Xbox Ally. I think that's what's going to happen. But that's interesting, bromine. That reminds me of that. There's like a really famous Game Boy that went to Iraq with the war or something, and it got exploded by a bomb, burned to oblivion, but it still works. It can only play Tetris. I think Tetris is literally burned inside of that thing, and it's in like a what's it called, a museum. But yeah, there's a really famous burnt Game Boy. Yes, I do think that the next generation Xbox OS will be the Windows version. You know, it's the original Xbox is already the Windows version, you know. We've already been playing Xbox is called Xbox because it's named after DirectX. It should have been a DirectX box from Windows. And they always wanted to have like a mix between PC and consoles. So, and I think that's what they want to do. That's my guess. That's my guess. That would make the most sense. But I also want to have my games from the original console. I don't want to stream them. I want to play them natively on my console. That's what I want. Yeah, make it simple, make it KISS, keep it super simple. Exactly, so it's not that hard to make it, you know? I love the fact that we can get like Steam games on. You know, I've been playing. Here, boom, there you have it. It's a little bit bigger than the Game Boy. See, it's a little bit bigger. Eh. I don't know, I haven't heard anything about that LP. Let's see. Where's the next one? Here. Yeah. Here we see like 30 years of handheld devices in one screen. 1989 Game Boy, 2025 ROG Xbox LIX. How cool is that? I should do a comparison video with these two one day. see which one is faster. That's a flex. That's mean. Oh, I got my NES upstairs. Yeah, and then I will do a comparison video where I play games offline on the PlayStation Portal and offline on the Xbox Li. See which one can play the games better. I'm such a dick. Ah. Where is my lights controller? Need to get some light in here. Yada yada yada. Where is my light switch? My beautiful light switch. I got my light switch anywhere. I had it somewhere here. No? Eh? That's strange. Nope, haven't heard anything. Oh, yeah, by the way, I just found another game. This is my favorite Game Boy game of all time, by the way. Batman on the Game Boy. Here we go. Let's see. Well, it's going good right now. I only need one more bag. I considered buying the Scooby-Doo skins in Fortnite at the start of the month, but I didn't like Shaggy and Fred's faces, and everything Scooby-Doo is around like 14,000 people. Holy. 14,000? That's insane. Dude, David, you will be 100 and still gaming. I'm 100% sure about that. Favorite game, Final Fantasy. Yeah, back then I wasn't that into the Final Fantasy games that much, to be honest. And I think they were called Mystic Quest here in the Netherlands, if I'm correct. We're getting to the screen! Yay! I'm curious, is the screen just as big as this one? Screen is almost as big as the original one. Okay, nice. Let's see. Almost at the final bag. We're almost done, by the way. Can't understand why I can't find my remote control for the lights. I got it like 5 minutes ago or something. Put liquid crystal, yeah, exactly. That's on this one, actually, I think. And I love the fact that they made like a moving screen for it. How cool is that? I don't know if you can see it quite right, but that's pretty cool. Yes. What question? Sorry, Maurice, of course you are not going to answer that question, just my opinion. I don't even know what you asked. Huh? You cancel your box membership. I did buying games is a better investment and keeps me focused on focus. I have no idea what you mean by that, to be honest. Oh, it was about canceling game. Oh, if you want to cancel Game Pass, who am I to say something about that? It's a lot of money. Let's be honest. And I understand why for some people it's not worth it anymore. I do understand that. Yeah, freedom of choice. I have no problem with that. If you don't want Game Pass, I understand. If you still stay with Game Pass, I also understand. You know, I'm the last person in the world to complain about what other people say about Game Pass. You know, I'm gonna be 100% real with you guys. I haven't paid for Game Pass in 5 years or so. I always get it every year for free from Xbox. So I'm the worst person to ask about Game Pass. Because it's 100% not fair how I have Game Pass. And I don't lie about that, you know? It's there are lots of other YouTubers that would say different. No, I don't have to ask for it anymore. I don't think I ever asked for it, to be honest. They just sent it me a key. Because I do videos on it. You know, for them it's like free advertisement, let's be honest, you know. It's not fair, I'm 100% with you on that one, but for them it's literally free advertisement. I get both, you know. I get both. I get game keys, you know, even for games that come to Game Pass. I'm already today. I literally was recording the videos for Ninja Gaiden 4, to give you an idea. You know, I'm super blessed. And those videos go online Tuesday night. And also Keeper, I had Keeper for I do think if you love the Game Boy, I think it's a must-have. contrast. They actually have like the contrast button and you can actually use it. That's insane. And look at this, the on and off button also works. Lego Virtual, that would be cool. I would buy it that in a instant. Like, immediately. Now we get to the other side. Yeah, I got a lot of videos coming up this week. I'm still trying out Outer Worlds 2. That's one of the games I'm busy with right now for review. I'm busy with Ninja Gaiden. Outer Worlds will come later this week. Yes, I can say that I'm already working on those games. I can't tell you anything about the games yet. I did something wrong here. Well, I'm not that good because I definitely made a mistake here. I already see the mistake. Yeah, I'm just not such a big screamer. I think that's the best thing about it. I don't scream that much. Hopefully this fixed the problem. And I'm already ultra mega super duper happy with the followers that I got. You know, I have over 100,000 subscribers. How insane is that? Ah. Here we go. That's one. Ooh, do, go, do, go, do, go, do. That's more like it. Whoop whoop. I'm losing every point. Come on! You dum-dum. Let's see. Maurice, do you think Xbox does another thing like the 20th anniversary documentary? I have no idea. Maybe they do. They do. Maybe they don't. They do. They don't. I have no idea. Ah, now it makes more sense. Now it makes sense. Finally. My floor is I'm you know, one of the biggest riches that I have, and I'm 100% I know that that's a really big rich that I got. I actually have a cleaning lady at home. She comes around like every 2 weeks and she cleans my house. So yeah, that's like super little bit, yeah. That's insane if you think about it. Oh, the bonsai tree Lego. Yeah, that one's gorgeous too. I'm still not happy about this one. Maybe I need to put in a few of these or something. No idea. Does that work? No. That... I need to get back to that one. Ah, okay. So the Game Boy is ready, actually, guys. This is the Game Boy. And you can put in all these like little... The cartridges actually fit in. And this, what we have here, is the final, like the standee, where you can put it up. Oh, I did it wrong already. Sitting in its plastic. That's true. I think it's really cool that they now have like these paper bags. It's way better. Now you can... I've got the standee for it. Still, I'm not happy with this. I did something wrong with the buttons. I need to go back a couple of tiles. I think I actually did something wrong. Yes, I did. see. I knew I did something wrong here. There was something going on. But I found it. I used one block, not there. And now it doesn't fall out anymore. And I can still push all the buttons. This is so cool. And you can literally see the Game Boy. And you can put in the cartridge. The Game Boy cartridge in the back. And it even fits in. How cool is this thing? Come on. They nailed it. They actually nailed it. No, I think those Lego Pokemon sets look really bad. Like, really bad. And yeah, I'm a little bit done with Lego, to be honest. With not with Lego, but with Pokemon. Yeah, but I found it. It was pretty simple to fix, thankfully. You know, everybody, that's always happening. That's all. You will always do something wrong. There's never been a set that I've done that was like perfect from the get-go. Never. Lego Doom guy. You know, we need Lego Saw. That would be cool. Like all those traps from Saw, but with Lego. What my biggest fear is. That's a good question. I have no idea. No, Clown's not. No, I literally have like portraits of Joker here in my living room. So no, Clowns is not one thing of that I'm scared of. Well, what's one thing you're scared of, Maurice? I can be really scared about mothers-in-law. I think those are the worst. I have still nightmares from my last mother-in-law, so yeah, I would say mothers-in-law. Those are the worst. The high heels, yeah, sure. That was our little secret, Pixel. You knew that. But no, I don't have that many fears. This is also one of those things I love. They actually printed this piece. The Legend of Zelda on the Game Boy at a battery pack, and they actually put in a battery in this cartridge for battery saves, and it actually says battery on it on the button. That's really cool. They actually went the extra mile for this this set. That's insane. You will never see it again. It's completely gone after I built this. But that's the amount of detail. Do you think that Battlefield 6 is worth buying on the Xbox S? why not? If you are into those kind of games, it runs incredibly well on the Series S. So yeah, sure, why not? Let's see, what do we have? I have a question. Why does PlayStation seem not to be willing to send out consoles to their YouTube fans? I mean, blah 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 commented that on a podcast he's probably the biggest PlayStation YouTuber. Yeah, I don't know. I do think that Paris did got a couple of PlayStations in the past. So maybe PlayStation doesn't do fanboys or something. That could be a thing. You know, in terms of hardware, I've never got any hardware from PlayStation. Never. But I do get the games from PlayStation. I've got a lot of pins left. Why do I got a lot of pins left? They sent me a PS5. And this is the Zelda game, so you can put in the Zelda game in like this. And then you have like the Game Boy. Yeah, console policies differ. That's true. So, and this is the Game Boy set completely made. I do think I did something wrong somewhere because I got a lot of pins left, and normally you don't have pins left. So I did something wrong. And that's the whole build, actually. Can't make any more out of it. Okay. I watched the whole thing. Don't eat the leftover pieces. No, I won't. You know what I'm curious about? Will it fit a real Game Boy game? So I got the real Game Boy next to it here. But can I fit a real Game Boy game in the Lego Game Boy? Let's go try it out. Nope, it doesn't fit. Duh, Lego, why? I can't fit in a original game. Yeah, fail. I'm gonna bring it back. Yep, it's gone, it's done. Also, if you want to have like other screens, right now I've got the Nintendo screen, but there's also like different screens. I've got one from The Legend of Zelda and one from Super Mario. And you can just pick the back side of it, push back, get this one out, push the other one in. And you are playing Super Mario. And now Super Mario is on screen. But another question, can I put in the Lego Super Mario Land in my Game Boy? Let's try it out. No, that also doesn't fit. Ah, oh, darn it. It doesn't fit. But yeah, you guys. Oh, by the way, I just got I just want to show it to you guys. A couple of weeks ago, they had like a premium thing from Lego 2. Then when you bought like for over 150 euros of Lego, you get like a little premium set. And that's the Sega Genesis controller. like you can see right here. And if you turn it around, there's actually a level of Sonic on the back of this controller. How cool is that? That's also a really cool gaming device. If you can get one, definitely go pick one up. They are getting really expensive right now because you couldn't buy them in the store. So if you want to buy them, you need to go to eBay or something like that. Well, there is a Xbox 360 from Mega Bloks. They actually made a Mega Bloks Xbox 360 a couple of years ago. So if you want one of those, you can have one of those. So this one in here. I'm gonna put it all back in the box because I need to keep the box. Nah, for me it's not the most legendary console of all time. You know, I think the better Dreamcast was a better console than the Sega Genesis Mega Drive. Yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Hope you had fun. And thank you for building it together with me. It's a Lego set of Chuck Norris. That would be cool. And I'm really glad with it. It's way better than I expected. It's such a great little system. It actually feels good in my hands. Thank you for watching. Hope you had fun. Hope to see you guys soon in another one. Bye!